Hey guys, it's KingStar Vithu here, and welcome back to my Real Madrid Career Mode series on FIFA 17. And yeah, we left off with some games during the transfer window, and we did left off on a kind of a sad note right here. Ronaldo asking us to transfer him in this window, and I really don't want him to go away. He actually moved out to Barcelona in my FIFA 16 Career Mode. If you guys ever watched that. I don't want that to happen, especially him going to Barcelona. That's just awful. Hopefully, we have about 2 weeks. We have the second half of the window still to go. Hopefully, he doesn't leave at the end. But you guys have said to sign Neymar or Hazard, and just in case he does leave, let's just hope that we don't have to sign those. So Leicester City has accepted 55 million for Riyad Mahrez. And yeah, we're just gonna have to offer him his desired contract of 140,000 a week for, I think it was 3 years. Yeah, for 3 years. And submit offer. So I don't know if this is a good sign or a bad sign, but the board has put Cristiano Ronaldo's situation all in my hands, according to this mail. But I've also got the same exact email from the board in FIFA 16, in which they ended up selling him anyways. So I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. What the mail says, it's actually a good thing, but they have forcefully sold him even after giving me this message in the past. So I don't really trust this message. But just in case, I'm gonna go to transfer. So go to sell players. Where's Ronaldo? Alright, so I put Ronaldo on not for transfer. Hopefully it works out and we don't get any clubs making offers for him. So Juventus accepted 35 million plus Quantra for Alexandro, and I just give him his desired contract of 160,000 a week for 3 years. I still think 35 plus Quantra is a bit too much for Alexandro, but if that's what Juventus will give, I'll just have to take that. So we get some good news right here now. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this before, but Carvajal did ask me to to leave the club. Well, he didn't ask to leave the club. I actually offered him a contract, at which he rejected it, saying that he's not sure if he wants to stay at the club anymore. Now he's giving another message saying that he's not really sure. I'm taking this as a hint that he wants a new contract again, so I'll just give him another offer. Oh shit, no. We're getting that glitch. We're getting that FIFA glitch. If the player demand says 0 years, that means you're not gonna get a acceptance from them. No matter what contract that you offer them, I can't even offer him more than a year. So I'll just offer him his 140,000, and hopefully he accepts it. So that 15 million plus Pepe deal has been accepted by Laporte. Now we have the choice to bring him to the club. And actually Pepe plus 15 million for Laporte, who has a big potential. It's actually a good move despite his bad form at the club. So I say this deal is way better than the Alexandro deal. I think that's too much for Alexandro, but this one is pretty worth it. So Laporte will just go and fit in our bench right here, replacing Pepe. Pepe will now be going to Athletic Bilbao, sort of a rival club to Real Madrid, but it has to be done if you want to get Laporte. Alright, now we have a tough game against 4th place Malaga in the league. They're only sitting like 5 points behind us, so if we do end up losing to these guys, the point gap will be separated into 2 now. Alright, so this is the formation I'm going to go with for the game against Malaga, since we don't have a player that could preferably play perfectly on the right mid. We're going to go with 2 up front, Ronaldo and Benzema. Asensio will be playing at cam, James and Cruz will be center mid, Madrid will be center defensive, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, and Carvajal at our defense, and Navas in goal. On bench we have Morata, Isco, Casemiro, Kovacic, Laporte, Danilo, and Casilla, with Laporte possibly getting a debut game, maybe, if I decide to put him on. So we start off this game against Malaga. We're playing at home at the Santiago Bernabeu, and let's hope we start off this episode with a good 3 points. Okay, here's Benzema on the wing. Can we get a pass? There we go. No, don't get the ball stolen off you like that. Alright, now for this game, I really couldn't find any single highlight to show you guys at all in this game. I'm up until pretty much in the 90th minute, so sorry about this game being dead, but that's how Malaga played, and they were pretty even with us. So yeah, just look at that. The game is super even right here. No shots on target whatsoever from both teams. Possession 51-49. They had more tackles than us. We had one foul. We had one offside. It's pretty much the same thing. Pass accuracy 88%. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's make a substitution right now. This game is pretty tight. We can't find a big three right here. Let's take off Madrid off for Casemiro. Let's take off James off for Isco. And hey, why not? Let's give Laporte a debut by taking Varane off. Here's Ronaldo in the box. Gonna go for goal. No, our own player blocked the shot. We could have, oh my goodness, why? Oh, nice play from Ronaldo. Still Ronaldo. To give it out to Toni Kroos. Kroos with the shot, and we get a corner now. Alright, I'm gonna take this corner short. Let's send it across. Karim Benzema. Get the header. Keeper punches it away. Toni Kroos back on the ball. Gonna give it out to Isco. What can Isco do? I'm gonna look for some open player. He sees Benzema. Here's Benzema. He's gonna go for a shot. The keeper with another save. We get another corner. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing again. Take a short corner. Send it across. Benzema's there. There we go. Holy shit, the 90th minute. We could not have a better time to score. Karim Benzema. Off the short corner. Marco Asensio sends it across. Benzema with a nice header into the bottom corner. And we finally beat the Malaga keeper. Holy shit. Finally break the deadlock, and it took us up to 90 minutes to score. And that's Karim Benzema's 5th goal in La Liga. So that goal should be pretty much the last kick of the game. Referee should be bullying as well. Yeah, there we go. Full time, 1-0. We scored in the final last few seconds right there. Benzema just saved the day and got us the 3 points to keep us on top of the table against a strong Malaga, who were pretty evenly matched with us. So look at the highlights of the game. They think the only highlights they saw was in the 90th minute, a goal and a save from our first corner that we took. Wow. And man of the match goes to Marco Asensio for finding the assist for Karim Benzema, who also gets a 9. So both these players got a 9 rating. I guess if you ask me, I guess Asensio's cross was more better than Karim Benzema's goal, because if without that cross he would have never got that easy header. Alright, Riyad Mahrez has accepted his contract. We finally bring in a nice right midfielder. Holy shit, we have Lucas Vazquez and Gareth Bale both off from injury, although Lucas Vazquez should be coming back in like 2 or 3 weeks now, but Gareth Bale, strong right winger, is out for like a good 4 months, I think, or 3 months it was. So this guy will replace Gareth Bale in the meantime until he comes back. And when he does, we'll see what happens to Lucas Vazquez. But we desperately need a right midfielder right now. So Riyad Mahrez, just welcome him to the club. Alright, so Alexandro has accepted his contract offer, so we're gonna get him for 35 million plus Fabio Quantrao. So just accept this offer. We have only 4 million left in the transfer budget. Alright, so we get another offer from international management. This time Sweden is offering us to manage their club. The targets are to reach the round of 16 for the World Cup and reach the quarterfinal for the European Cup. And I also have the England offer still on hold, and their targets is to reach quarterfinal in both FIFA and the European Cup. Alright, the next and final game of the episode will be against Real Sociedad in the league. We're sitting in 13th place, so it should be an easy game. Alright, so for this game against Real Sociedad, we're going back to the 4-3-3 attack formation. Ronaldo, Benzema, and this time our new signing Mahrez starting at right wing. James will be at cam. Kroos and Modric will be at center mid. Marcelo will still be at left back, even though we have Alexandro now. Ramos and Varane at center back. Carvajal at right back. Navas in goal. On the bench we have Morata, Isco, Casemiro, Asensio, Laporte, Alexandro, and Kiko Casilla. So we got this game against Real Sociedad. We're playing again at home at Santiago Bernabeu. Let's hope we get another 3 points. Nice from Cristiano Ronaldo. He gets tripped. That's a foul. It's a penalty, actually. Holy shit. We get a penalty now. Alright, it's time for Ronaldo. Slot one into the spot. Let's hope he does. Right there. There we go. Ronaldo finally scores a penalty. I had to use the arrow because it's honestly this year's penalty system it's hard to take a penalty without the arrow. And the referee calls for a halftime whistle right here. We are up 1-0 just because of a penalty. Other than that, there's nothing else to say. Riyad Mahrez having an okay debut game. Holy shit! Karim Benzema! Oh my goodness! I thought they blocked our shot for sure, but Benzema out of nowhere just tucks it in. Look at that. James sends it off to Ronaldo. Ronaldo trying to get a shot. It gets deflected, but goes to Benzema, who just one-timed the shot into the back of the net. Here's James on the box, cuts back, does well right there. Oh, what the hell kind of pass was that? Why is it always passing to the wrong person? Nice play from Mahrez. Mahrez gonna go for a shot, and he gets his debut goal. Riyad Mahrez in the 77th minute. Look at that, Riyad Mahrez. Nice run from him into the box, and just hammered it into the bottom corner. Alright, so after that goal, let's make some substitutions right now. Let's take off James Rodriguez and put on Asensio. Let's also take off Riyad Mahrez, who just scored for Isco. And let's put on Casemiro on for Modric. It's a nice one from Marcelo. He's on the wing. Oh, what the hell? It's from behind. That's a red card. Referee. Certainly. Referee has never even given him a card. How is that not a card? Yo. Red card. At least a yellow card. Not even that. Here's Isco on the ball. Isco. Gonna go for a shot. There we go. Isco. Come on. Don't give us a red card. We'll get a goal. Yeah, we take a short corner right here. Ronaldo sends it short to Isco. Isco did everything all by himself after that. Oh, what a nice goal. Goes to the top bins. It's a nice play from Ronaldo right here. Ronaldo in the box. He's gonna go for a goal. Still has a ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh my goodness. He gets stolen off of the end, and the referee calls for full time. We win the game 4-0. A good result, especially since we in the first fixture against Real Sociedad, we ended up drawing. This time we actually get the win. So man of the match goes to Cristiano Ronaldo. Gets a 9.4 for getting pretty much he only scored a penalty in this game. He almost scored another goal at the end to make it 5-0. Karim Benzema gets an 8.7. Whereas Riyad Mahrez on his debut gets a 7.9. Isco gets a 7.9 for also scoring. Modric with the 8. Marcelo with the 8.1. I wanted to give Alexandro a debut game as well, but Marcelo was playing so well. I didn't want to sub him off. Alright, so we come to the transfer deadline day, and Liverpool make an offer for Marco Asensio, 20.5 million. And you know, I actually like Asensio, so I'm gonna just reject the offer. Alright, now we have an offer for Keylor Navas from Napoli. They're offering 31 million for this guy. And I'm just gonna reject this offer. I have no intention of selling any goalkeepers, especially I don't like doing transfers at the last day, at the deadline day. It gives me no time to do anything unless it's absolutely necessary. But in this case, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna just reject the offer. All right, this time we get an offer from Barnsley. They wanna buy our player, our youth player, who's only a 63 overall left back. Again, there's nothing. I know nothing about this player. Never even heard of him, so I'm just gonna accept the offer. They're offering 450,000 a week. Not a week, 450,000 for his transfer, and he's valued at 450,000. So might as well just accept it. So yeah, it just took 24 hours for this player to be sold. We get 325,000 after that. Now we get a loan offer for Philip Lienhart, another center back, a young 20-year-old center back. This one right here. This time it's a loan offer, so just accept him from to go to CD Lugo. Alright, now we get an offer for another goalkeeper. This time AC Milan offering for Kiko Casilla. Don't know why they're offering. They have a young talented goalkeeper. I know he's a lower overall rated than Kiko Casilla, but I don't know. I guess they want a better keeper in the meantime. But I'm just gonna reject offer because I still need a backup goalkeeper even if I sell him. It's a good offer for 10.5 million. I would have took that if they offered it early on, but I don't like making deals in the last day. Alright, now we have a loan offer for Mariano. Espanyol wants him on loan for 1 year. And again, we're not going to use this player at all. I'm pretty sure we're not ever going to use him, so just accept this offer and let him go on loan to Espanyol. Alright, so we're in the last final hour of the transfer window. Here you can see that's all the signings we've made and players we let go in this window. And the latest deal right here, Dos Santos leaving Villarreal to go to Olympique Lyonnais for 23.5 million. So a lot of money for Dos Santos right there. And if you go to a lot of top deals, you expect Mahrez to be the top deal in this window. 55 million. That's a lot of money. But no, Lacazette gets 4th place. He goes to Chelsea, and that's why Olympique Lyonnais has bought Dos Santos from Villarreal for 23.5 million. Almost like pretty much half the money that they got from Lacazette. Lacazette goes into Chelsea. It's gonna buff up Chelsea. They have Costa and Lacazette now. Mahrez, as you guys know, joined Real Madrid for 55 million. Antoine Griezmann has left Atletico Madrid to Manchester United for 93 million. That is just mad. He shatters Pogba's record. That's back to back. Man United have broke the bank to sign a world record player, and as 2 French players that is. Pogba going for 89 million. Now Griezmann for 93. Holy shit. United are just going ham in this transfer window. So the transfer deadline day has ended, and on that day there was a total of almost 231 million spent. Most of that money coming from Antoine Griezmann. So we've come to the end of the episode right here, and this is how the league table stands. We're on top after 20 games with 43 points. Sevilla right behind us with 41 points. But we do have a game in hand, so we could separate the gap even more by 5 points possibly. Valencia have 2 games in hand ahead of Sevilla, and they could possibly go ahead of Sevilla if they do end up playing those 2 games. Malaga still in 4th place, but they also have 2 games in hand. Barcelona in 5th, they're climbing up the table. Atletico Madrid sitting all the way down 15th spot. Let's see what else. Osasuna and Deportivo Alaves all on the bottom. Relegation. So Osasuna doing horribly with only 6 points after 19 games. Some big teams are also in the bottom. Like Atletico Madrid is the biggest shock, and now they lost Griezmann, so things are gonna be much harder for them. So yeah, we'll start off the next episode with the game against Celta Vigo in the league, and the highlight of the episode. Even though we signed like 3 players, we signed Mahrez, Alexandro, and Laporte. The highlight of this episode has to be that Cristiano Ronaldo has stayed with us, had stayed put. There was news saying that we've denied, right there, Real Madrid refused to sell Ronaldo. And I'm just happy. Hopefully he's happy to continue to stay at Real Madrid. Hopefully he doesn't cause any more problems asking me to sell him again. Let's hope not, but if that does happen, I guess we'll have to be prepared for it, as we can't expect the board to be letting us do whatever we want with Ronaldo. I'm pretty sure if Ronaldo does ask for another transfer, the board will probably let him go, so we just have to be careful about that. And if he does ask, it'll be bad news for us, but at least we'll be prepared. But we just got lucky this time. We're keeping Ronaldo for a whole season, at least in this career mode. Hopefully we keep him for the remaining few seasons I decide to do with this career mode. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you guys did. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, we'll see you next time in the next episode.